I want y'all to go ahead and watch this video here from Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, and it's involving our brother Michael Bennett, the statement of the Las Vegas Police Department. And I'm gonna just do a step-by-step analogy on there because, you know, I call the Las Vegas Police Department the lice vile police department, and that's all it is. But I'm gonna just go ahead and let this play and do a step-by-step analogy, and then come back with a little commentary as it goes on.
Cox defensive end after last month's Mayweather-McGregor fight. Bennett wrote on Twitter that he was physically harassed by police and had a gun pointed at his head. The Las Vegas police held a press conference yesterday and said officers viewed Bennett as suspicious, and that's why he was handcuffed. He added Bennett was released after 10 minutes. Let's take a listen to Bennett and the police spokesman yesterday.
I can tell you, as I stand here today, I see no evidence of that. I see no evidence that race played any role in this incident. Due to Bennett's actions and the information the officers had at the time, they believed Bennett may have been involved in the shooting, and they gave chase. Bennett was placed into handcuffs and detained while officers determined whether or not he was involved in the original incident. It's also important for me to note to you, both of the officers involved in this incident in question are of Hispanic origin.
Okay, let me stop right there for a second. Now, the undersheriff, which he's full of shit anyway, okay, he said race ain't had no involvement in it. Lie number one. Because why is it that when they saw Michael Bennett, when the shots rang out after the McGregor-Mayweather fight, that he doing like any other sensible person doing. When somebody starts shooting, you get the fuck down. You know? Oh, because he looked suspicious. You know, why don't you just say it because he black? See, crackers ain't never going to admit this. And then, you know, talking about saying race ain't had a part in it like that. Yes, it did. And then if race didn't have a part in it, then why he went on here and said that the two officers involved were Hispanic? Again, fuck up number two. Hispanic is not a race. That's an ethnicity. It's not a race. It's not a nationality. Show me a Hispanic nation. Show me their flag. Show me their credentials. Okay? Plain and simple. Man, that motherfucking Klansman can miss me with that bullshit. Continue.
Yeah, I would hate to be up here through these circumstances to happen to be up here talking about it. It's a traumatic experience for me, my family, and it sucks that the country that we live in now, sometimes you get profiled for the color of your skin, and it's a tough situation for me. I try to tell my daughters every single day that they matter and that, you know,
thank you.
Shannon, after hearing all of that, has your view changed at all in the situation?
Absolutely not. What did you expect the police to say? This is what we know. We've seen police unions and the police departments have an officer be involved in something that we deem that's inappropriate or suspicious, and they will back them to the very end. That's what they do, Skip. They have each other's back. I am a little, maybe I'm not surprised. You notice, Skip, he had a body camera, but it wasn't turned on.
Good point.
This was cell phone video. The undersheriff also said he knew nothing about this until it was posted on social media. So you mean to tell me the two officers involved would not want to write a report that says we detained a black male, handcuffed him, set him into the back of the police car for a period of time?
Yep.
So guess what, Skip? If Michael Bennett doesn't say that, you don't hear this. Guess what, Skip? How many Michael Bennett's are there in the United States of America? So this goes on more than we ever thought. Also, Skip, but this one's gonna get you, Skip. I gotta read this, Skip. I got to. Now, this is a statement from Roger Goodell. Michael Bennett represents the best of the NFL. He's a leader on his team and in his community. Kaepernick doesn't represent the best of the NFL. He wasn't a leader on his team or in his community. But Skip, this is the one you were like, whoa. He says, Michael has been raising deserved serious attention from all our leaders in every community. Skip. Colin Kaepernick been doing this since last year.
Right.
He didn't even mention anything. Skip, I wonder if you know this, Joy. Do they know Michael Bennett is sitting during the national anthem? They didn't say anything about his gesture. Remember, I told you yesterday, and I've been saying it for the longest time. If you like the person, you'll like the cause they represent. If you do not, I don't care how noble the cause is, you're out. This is what he said about Colin Kaepernick last year. The NFL released a statement. Players are encouraged, but not required to stand during the national anthem. Michael Bennett has been sitting the entire preseason talking about these very issues that Colin Kaepernick took a knee for and was talking about. But everybody was out on Cap because, you see, Skip, he was a backup. And see, as a backup, he's trying to elicit sympathy. He's trying to make it a personal agenda. He's trying to make it about him. It's not about his community. It's not about the guy. It's not about the guy that's not named Michael Bennett that has a platform that can come out and issue a statement and hire a civil rights attorney. What about the guy in Cleveland? See, we're always willing to give the police the benefit of the doubt. Even after the DOJ came back with what they found in Ferguson, what they found in Baltimore, what they found in Chicago, still that wasn't enough. That's just isolated. Even though we know and it said it was systemic. You see, Skip, Cap and Michael Bennett are basically talking about the same.
Let me hold it right there for a second. Now, I say what Shannon Sharpe spitting some facts. You know, what the DOJ found it in the Ferguson Police Department, in the Baltimore Police Department, in the Chicago PD, and all that. Now, I don't hear Ray Lewis fuck ass talking about that. Oh, but then again, I forgot. He friends with them fuckers and stuff who were responsible for killing Freddie Gray. And see, our brother Michael Bennett almost became a hashtag. Now, I'm waiting to see what these crackers and what these old fuck-ass trolls and these coons and these Sambos got to say now. Continue, Shannon.
But so many people were out on Cap that they didn't care about the cause. This is the same cause. Skip, you hear this. I've heard people say, now that this has happened to Michael Bennett, we got to take it serious. Really? So it took you to see Michael Bennett, although we've seen all the videos of black unarmed suspects running away, getting shot in the back. The jury gets hung. We see the guy pull up on the scene. Tamir Rice is 12 years old, and within 2 seconds, he's gunned down. But he looked like he was like 16 or 17. So this is what it took. But Skip, if you won't believe what the video camera tells you, what happens when there's no video camera and it's one word against the officer's word? Who do you think they're going to believe? This is the issue that's been trying to be raised for the very, very long time.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes, you.
Does it matter to you at all that both of the officers in question here were Hispanic?
No, and I wrote that down. I said he put Hispanic in there to let everybody know they're also minorities. So you can't possibly have racial profiling if the profiler is of Hispanic descent, which is a minority, and the profilee is an African American. So there's no possible way. But you notice what I said, Skip? I said it's the police.
Let me hold that right there for a second. Shannon just brought up a very good point. Because here in Miami, we deal with that all the time. You know, you got your white Hispanics that want to pass for being Caucasian. And then, like, if it's a so-called Hispanic cop does something to a black person, they say, oh, well, race ain't got no problem in that and stuff like that. See, let me tell you something about with a lot of these so-called Hispanics, with a Latino, these white Latinos. They only want to pull that white card when it's convenient, because they want to be so hard to be accepted by them. And the best way to go ahead and do it is go against somebody like a Shannon Sharpe, like myself, or any brother that's basically dark-skinned. You know, you ever notice like with white Cubans or white Mexicans or white Dominicans and all that, they be trying to straighten their hair, trying to talk all proper and all that, trying to sound so Anglo-Saxon it's not even funny. I done confronted plenty of them and talking about saying, hey, well, I'm Hispanic, so I'm saying like that. I've been discriminated against too. Shit, you could say that sucker shit for somebody else. Shannon brought up a very valid point, because we experience it here, whether you in Miami, Florida, or whether you in Los Angeles, or whether you in Texas, or even in Chicago. Same thing. Continue.
And the killing of unarmed. I didn't say one specific. I didn't say it was black. I didn't say white. I said police, because the police is a body. It's just not, only African Americans are police, or only whites are police, or only Asian or Hispanic.
Although every time I've brought it up on the show, I've said white police killing unarmed black, but just for the record.
Yeah.
So so this doesn't change your view of this incident?
No, it does not. Because here, let me ask you a question, Skip. He said, okay, how did the profile go out? So what was it? He looked suspicious. What the information they had? Okay, what information you had?
You want me to break it down, what I've read?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm curious about this.
Now, watch Skip Bayless. You know, Skip is always trying to play devil's advocate as he makes up from what he heard from the Lice and Vermin Police Department.
How both of you would see this. So this is, I'm not picking sides here. I'm just giving you the Las Vegas police version of these events. And again, we've had Michael Bennett on the show, and I have nothing but high regard for him and his credibility here. But this is their version of this event. They say that they got a call around 1:30 in the morning after the McGregor-Mayweather fight.
Correct.
That there was an active shooter in a nightclub in what's called the Cromwell Hotel and Casino, which is part of Caesar's Palace.
Correct.
And Michael confirmed, certainly in what he posted yesterday, that there was sort of panic and chaos and people are running from what they think are shots fired.
Okay.
But the police say that they sent a team of police to the Cromwell and that they had successfully cleared the entire casino, and then they were going to enter as a unit. This is, again, I'm not defending, I'm just giving you their version of it. They're going to enter the casino as a unit and proceed into the nightclub looking for an active shooter. And in this case, they say as they go through the doors into the casino, which has been emptied, according to the police, one of the officers, you could hear on the other body camera, says, I think it's the officer in question here, whose body camera for some reason was not turned on, says there he is, because they saw Michael Bennett crouching behind a gaming machine in what they say was a virtually empty casino.
Okay.
And the second that they say they see him, he sees them and gets up and flees out the south doors. And the two officers ahead decide to give chase because they don't know. That seems suspicious to them that he saw them and took off running.
All right. That there is basic horse shit. I mean, I'm not saying what Skip's saying is horseshit. From what he is telling about with the Las Vegas PD, what I call the Lice Vermin Police Department, you know, it's amazing that those guys stay in the news a lot. You know, they could go ahead and they could find one brother inside a so-called empty casino, because I'm pretty sure that casino wasn't empty when the shots rang out or whatever, because Michael Bennett was doing like anybody else would do when you hear shots rung out in an enclosed place. You get your ass on the floor and duck for cover. They could do that and find them and do all this shit, but they can't even find the people who killed Tupac. Now tell me how plastic that bullshit is. I mean, come on, real talk. That there point blank, Las Vegas Police Department is no different from the Los Angeles Police Department, from Chicago Police Department, the NYPD, New Jersey PD, or literally, I'll bring it close to home. Even the motherfucking Miami Miami PD and the Miami-Dade Sheriff Association, all them motherfuckers ain't no damn good. It's like they did one big fucking game. You know, a bunch of butthurt pussies who couldn't make it in school and all that. So when they go to get out here, they want to be the biggest and baddest things out there. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But, you know, I don't think I need to say no more on top of this, because I was waiting for Shannon Sharpe them to go ahead and talk about this. Sorry about that. You know, but like with Michael Bennett, man, you know, this is what, so all these motherfuckers doing, they just proving Colin Kaepernick right. Roger Goodell need to have several foots up his ass for issuing that stupid letter saying, oh, well, Michael Bennett represents the finest in our organization, the NFL. Like Colin Kaepernick don't. Because right now they just really proving our point even more about what Colin Kaepernick, why he took a knee. Man, look here. You know they were gonna come with they lie and all this stuff with this motherfucker here, Under Sheriff Kevin McMahill, or whatever the fuck this cracker's name is. So I'm assuming he's a fucking Irish. You know, saying, oh, well, race ain't had no problem, and plus the two officers involved in there were Hispanic. Hispanic is not a race, that's an ethnicity, people. Always remember that. Now, I know it's going to be some assholes, some butthurt Zendejas motherfuckers that's going to come in the comment section talking shit. Bring it on. Because I'm going to cut your ass out and block your fuck asses anyway. Shit. But you know what? Fuck all y'all motherfucking asses and shit. Because see, and to that same Hispanic cop, I ain't even going alternative white, you know. Yeah, no need for that. He probably like this, and he put the gun to his head telling Michael Bennett, I'll blow your fucking head off. And you seen the expression right there on Michael Bennett's face. But, you know, you can always count on Skip Bayless, too, another suspected white inferior racist, to come up to play devil's advocate and all this other stuff like that, too. But, you know, shout out to Shannon Sharpe, though, man, for going ahead and just spitting that fire and spitting that facts. And I can't wait till he go ahead and report to the heads of Fox Sports 1 to get at that thing that could fill up the Grand Canyon of his latest antics over there too. But other than that, I ain't got no more to say about this. You know, this is gonna still be continued to talk about, and we're gonna continue to talk about this. With that said, you know, check me for another one. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell, so when I upload new videos, you'll be able to receive it. No more talk.